Hey y'all, it is Toya, your hood spiritualist. Welcome back to the channel if you are returning, and welcome for the first time. If you are, welcome if you're here for the first time. So, excuse me, my face is not going to be in this video, darling, because I need this headed. But I wanted to bring you guys another pick a card reading. If you've been with me for a little bit, then you know that I'm just starting out on my journey on pick a cards, and so bear with me. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. All right, so this pick a card is going to be all about what's up in your love life. We're going to look at your past love, where you are currently, your vibration for love, what's coming in, what would benefit you to work on to bring in divine love, the chakra that you should work on to bring in divine love, any blockages, and we're going to have a rebel deck card pick for hard truth. And then at the very end, we're going to close it off with an oracle message from the Ancestors Wisdom Oracle deck. Okay? Or the Wisdom Keepers Oracle deck. So, here are our pals. Pile 1. I want to say this is like selenite. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't look up all of the crystals this time. But, so here we have pile 1. So pretty. Pile 2. This is amethyst. I know that for sure. This little beauty here. So pile 2. And this is a rock. But this is a rock that one of my babies gave to me. And so it's a special rock. It's my most special rock. So pile 3. This is a magical rock. Alright, so if you need to pause the video, go ahead and do so. Timestamps will be down in the description box. And yeah, see you guys at your pile. Bye. Okay, if you chose pile 1, this is your reading for what the heck of it is going on in your love life. So, let's start off. I had to make a list here of what I'm going to use each deck for, honey, because I will not remember, darling. So, for the roots of your love situation, we have attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Okay. For your past love cards, you have Dark Ages and Health. So, I want to kind of just wait and start here. That's number 4 and number 21, breaking down to the number 3. Okay, so attraction is talking all about your vibration. Your vibration is very important in your love life. I mean, that goes for anybody, but I guess even more so if you pick this pile. I think that in the past there's a lot of darkness connected to love situations, a lot of sorrow, maybe things being hidden from you or kept from you, and a lot of like a feeling of 10 steps forward, 20 steps back, right? And I feel like that energy could just cause you to feel very heavy in regards to love situations. And so I think you're being asked to stop and smell the flowers. And from the feeling that I'm getting from this, it's like, what flowers? Because it seems like even when you seem like things are good, it's like it takes a turn for the worse. So this pile might be my people who meet people who give the best of themselves. I mean, we all do that. We all give our representative when we first meet someone. But I feel like you might have been with people who were just very okay, so for some of you, people that were very deceptive. For others of you, You attract people who are going, or in the past have attracted people that were going through more a transformative time, a time of getting to know themselves, or going from one vibration to another. And your energy might be that of, I don't want to say a teacher, like consciously, but like a healer almost. But I don't know that it's conscious. I don't know that it's conscious. And I think that you could almost just feel like you're kind of cursed in love, because it's like, how didn't I see that? Why didn't I know that? Or even some of you have situations where people have been just not such nice people to you, and then they go off and be in relationships with people, and it turns out really well, and it leaves you in a place of feeling like perhaps there's something wrong with me. But there's not. It's just your love, your energy is just very transformative, and your soul is strong enough to go through it. But that's a truth that's hidden from you. um you may also choose partners who are not very loyal, and who are not really looking to be loyal either. You might have attracted people in the past as well who were kind of combative in love situations as well. And I feel like all of this just really puts you in a dark place, because it's like, what's the point? Like, what the fuck is it all for? Okay? So, currently, you have the Prince of Wings, which would be the Knight of Swords, and the Nine of Wings, which would be the Nine of Swords. So, yeah, currently, I feel like you may have some type of goal that you have in mind right now that has absolutely nothing to do with love. I feel like you're trying to get out of this vibration. You're trying to get out because it's stressful for you. And it seems like you attract people who are also that are stressed. But I think this is mostly your energy. Like, when it comes to love, like, you are really no holds bar. Like, you're not playing with nobody. You got a goal. You've learned from the past to see certain red flags. But the thing is that it may have become overpowering for your mind at this point. So right now you may be all logic, not much heart, or you may be overly how do I want to say, overly occupied mentally with who's trying to play you, who's trying to get you, who's trying to gaslight you. And so this is an energy of really being in your mind, because you feel like in the past you have not been aware enough, you have not been alert enough. They say hindsight is 2020, and it's like, when you look back, not only is hindsight 2020, but you're feeling like there are things that you could have picked up on, that if you would have put your own, if you would have put yourself, your mental, spiritual, emotional, and physical health at the forefront, there are things that you could have seen. So I feel like you are extra ambitious at this point in making sure that you don't play into being anybody's fool. Okay? Which can be a bit of a defensive stance, and it can really block love. But it's like, what the fuck? Like, I say the same thing, because it's like, why put me through all of these, talking to spirit now, I try not to sass spirit too much, but sometimes I do. Like, why put me through all of this, and then you want me to just be open and loving about what's to come? Like, shit, I got PTSD at this goddamn point. So anyway, so what do we have here? What is coming in? The Lovers. So the Lovers can talk about decisions, but it can also talk about divine union. It can also talk about divine union. which is what you'll be attracting if you stop and smell the roses. If you start to look at situations, okay, let's say for instance, you meet somebody and you guys are going out, you're having a good time, they fly you out, you go on your first ever cruise, you guys are just doing so many great things together, and then you find out that they're hiding something from you. You know, maybe they have another relationship or something like that. So, of course, you're going to be upset by that. You're going to be hurt by that. You're going to be taken off guard. And it's kind of like the rug being slipped from underneath you. But even in that instance, even in that instance though, you still have the choice of how you're going to look at that. Are you going to look at that situation as a fun time? And, oh, you know what? I did see this sign or that sign. And that's not to say to be detached from your emotions, because spiritual or not, we're all human. And so things are going to hurt you, but how you decide to carry on with it, right? So you can look at that situation and say, I knew it. Everybody is a liar. Everybody is a cheat. Everybody is just going to lie to me and use me and hurt me. Or you can say, damn, like, all right, let me think back. Damn, that was a sign. That was a sign. Well, shit, at least I got to go on my first ever cruise. Like, I never been on a cruise before. That was a wonderful experience. I see myself growing, expanding, because I've experienced things with this person, even though it wasn't a forever situation. And even though they were not the most honest and they were a bit manipulative, I can see where I could have picked up on those red flags. And, you know, at the end of the day, it was an experience. You know, sometimes you have to look at relationships as just that. A lot of times we go into situations wanting our forever, forever, forever. And what the hell is forever, really? I mean, honestly. We all getting up out of here, and in my opinion, coming back. So maybe you catch this person on the next go round. But yeah, the Lovers card definitely gives me vibes of having to make a decision coming up in love, and I want to say that the decision is going to be whether or not you want to take a chance with someone. Now, whether or not this person is actually a divine counterpart, or whether or not this person is the one forever and ever, I don't know. But I see that this person kind of, you're going to know this person because they're going to kind of cling to you or clinch on to you, so to speak. So perhaps even some of you might be in a relationship, and this may be someone that you're with, but you may be attracted to someone else. So that might be the decision that needs to be made. And like, because if you could see this angel up here, it's almost like, I'm sorry. It's, you see how he's putting the arrow toward the feminine. Oh, yeah. So I'm seeing this as making the decision to break away from something. Or making the decision whether you want to break away from something. Let's say that. Because there might be someone in your past. Okay, so I just got a whole storyline. So for some of you, this may be a situation where you're in a relationship, but someone from your past kind of comes up. They may be playing on your emotions, saying that, you know, they're sick, or that they need you for something. You're needed for something. But there's mystery to this. There's darkness there. There is deception there. There is something. There's manipulation. But I feel like some of you guys are just looking for a release. So this pile may definitely be in an unfulfilling relationship. I'm getting that. And there may be someone else for you, but it also may be a past person, maybe a manipulative person as well. Or this person is manipulative. So I feel like what's coming in is a decision to rekindle something or keep working on something else. There's a decision here, though, about being a couple or some type of coupling. Interesting. Okay. So, what do you need to know? Who am I ready to forgive? I am not what happened to me. I am who I choose to become. Is it time to let go, forgive, and move onward? Is your soul ready to forgive someone else or yourself? Forgiveness brings sweet release, freedom, and insight. Look at it from their shoes. Notice how you grew and what you learned. What do you want to become, and how is this resistance holding you from what your soul wants? Today's soul action: write a forgiveness letter, then practice the Ho'oponopono. Y'all know it's the Hawaiian prayer. While thinking of the person you are ready to forgive, and say, I love you, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And then, on whom am I placing the blame right now? Yeah, okay. Right, so a soul lesson for love right now is for you to release. And it's like I said, your past has been very heavy, and even now you guys may be in a situation where things are not really on the up and up. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're the feminine in this situation, I'm feeling like you might have stepped out of the relationship or are somehow emotionally unavailable, somehow unavailable to your partner. And I feel as though there may be somebody else coming in. Maybe you're feeling that, or someone else did come in already and there was some type of affair. That's just for some people. And if so, you may need to forgive yourself if you're the one that done it, or if it was someone else. There's just a huge level of accountability, forgiveness, and forward movement with this, because this group is really caught up in their heads off the strength of things that have happened in the past. And it's just an energy of not being able to let it go. And maybe it's because you need some sort of clarity, or you feel as though you need some sort of clarity from this, from another person, or just some type of closure from the situation. Or maybe it's just something that is like you cheated or your partner cheated. You guys are staying in a relationship, but there's just such a huge deal of grief, stress, passive aggressive behaviors, and things of that nature. So your soul is asking you for your love vibration at this time, to take accountability for whatever your part is, give forgiveness for whatever the other person's part is, and really just decide how it is that you want to move forward. Because just sitting on it and cycling it through your mind and making decisions through this place of grief, of hurt, of misunderstanding, is just not going to yield any fruits that are worth consuming. Okay? So, your chakras, you have the root chakra here with complacency, dissipating, solar plexus chakra, facade, another solar plexus chakra, and perfection, root chakra. So your root chakra and your solar plexus chakra. Your root chakra talks about you feeling safe in this world, you feeling secure, grounded, right? And your solar plexus chakra is all about your self-esteem and your confidence, right? And so for this, what I'm seeing is that, like I said, things have not worked out the way that you thought that they should. Perhaps you haven't even been showing up the way you feel like you should, or even your partner. But the thing is, in focusing on this so much, it's alienating you from life, right? You're living in your head to the point to where you're missing out on life. Because you're not allowing your authentic self to shine through, because you're busy being guarded for feelings of not feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling protected. And that can be quite a place, because when you don't feel safe, when you feel like like you always have to be on defense, when you're kind of like living out of fear, it's not authentic. And sometimes people, well, I think everyone knows at this point that hate is not the opposite of love. Apathy is, but also fear is. And fear is also the opposite of God as well. I mean, there's one thing to learn from your mistakes and have a healthy set of precaution and boundaries and things of that nature, but I'm not getting that here. I'm getting a tremendous amount of fear, because it's almost like the winter, like things feeling dead, things feeling down, things feeling like they're not going to get better, for the simple fact that it has not as of yet. And it's like the good does not outweigh the bad. The feelings of not being enough, the feelings of I feel like there's feelings of like not showing your true self to the world. But like I said, I think that's just because of your thought process, how you perceive these things that did not go the way you wanted them to. Right? If you could somehow flip that into knowing that things happen for you and not to you. Flip that into knowing that if that did not work, it's because something better is coming. And having complete faith and confidence and optimism in that as well. There's also the call here to shed. So I'm getting here a relationship with a paternal figure, maybe even a big brother or something like that. And so I'm hearing like daddyless daughter. So someone may definitely have issues with their father or some type of man in their upbringing, and it's kind of taught them to guard and to be defensive and to hide away their vulnerabilities, to hide away flaws. Like, none of that was acceptable. It's really giving me vibes of someone who maybe had parents that broke up and really feel as though it's their fault. Maybe even a parent has said that to someone, which is like unbelievable for me. But people say and do the craziest things when they're hurting and when they're in pain, and sometimes they don't even mean to do so, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. With this dissipating and this complacency card, I'm feeling the need for you to take action. So this decision that's coming toward you, with the Lovers card here, really take into account what your dreams are, what your goals are, what you want your life to look like, and what your life to be. Because no one is going to create that for you, not even a lover. No one's going to create that for you. You have to co-create with the universe. You can come together with someone and develop something and grow something that is amazing. But there's a certain amount of confidence that you have to have in yourself, love and assurance that you have to have in yourself as well. Okay, so that is the solar plexus chakra and the root chakra. That can be very beneficial to you. Okay, to clarify, I create harmony. Right? Again, it's about perception. It's about the way you look at a thing. Everything's coming together, not falling apart. When that person cheated on me, when that person lied to me, first of all, I'm thankful for the fact that I was able to find out when I did, so that it didn't go on further and longer. Secondly, I'm grateful to find out what I did, because now if anybody comes to me in the future trying to pull that nonsense, I know what's up and I know what it is. I'm grateful, thirdly, that I had the experience, because it wasn't all bad, obviously, because I stuck in it, right? I'm grateful, fourthly, for the growth that it brought me, for the maturity. I was not the woman or man that I was before I met this person. Now that I'm not with this person, and it's not for negativity, it's for positivity, it's for growth. Okay? It's for growth. Okay, I create harmony can also be speaking to merging your childhood self with your adult self, right? Reconciling those traumas, reconciling those thoughts that are not of yourself but are actually just childhood pains from the first people that we have relationships with, which is our moms and our dads. Okay? So what is blocking you? You have fear, change, and travel, the number 70. So yeah. So this is all about being stuck. Again, seer, third eye, perspective. This pal, if you chose this pal, then your mind is cycling and stuck in a place where you were betrayed. Perhaps there was a third party situation. Perhaps your loyalty was played with. And there's a feeling of being stuck there. Perhaps you have been used by spirit as a catalyst for other people's growth and transformation. And you're sick of the shit now. And I feel you, because I be feeling like that too. Sick of it. Sick of it. Go use somebody else to transform, and then you watch this sucker go out and be, great to somebody else. Like, nah, kid, we not with that. But the thing is, like I said, what's blocking you is that you're not seeing it clearly. You're not even seeing yourself clearly. Because when we go through so many situations like this, we start feeling like it's something wrong with us. And there's nothing wrong with you. This is about growth. This is about movement, right? Some of us, we watch Disney movies and we think, oh yeah, if it's not going like that, I'm doing something wrong. But real love sometimes is more like Quentin Tarantino. Real love sometimes is more like The Color Purple. And I don't even know why I said that. But it's a good movie to learn about self-love. That's probably why I said it. It's one of my favorites too. But anyway, yeah. That's what's blocking you. Your inability to see yourself, your growth, right? Your inability to move forward mentally from the place that had you stuck in heartbreak. Okay? So, what? God darn it. What did I say? So for your Rebel deck card, you got get the F out of your head. Get in your heart. It misses you. And you have F fear. It will lie to your face. Fuck fear. It will lie to your face, man. I'm trying to tell you this. That's self-explanatory. I'm not even going to say nothing about that. Alright, so we got the Wisdom Keepers Oracle deck in the guidebook. Alright, let's get us a message from the Rebel deck. The Rebel deck. The Wisdom Keepers Inner Guide for Power 1, please. Okay, what the man? When spirit talk, baby, spirit talk. Look at that. Y'all got insight. I like for people to see their ancestors' face that chose him. He a handsome little thing. And look, you got that eagle eye for that third eye. Okay, insight 43, which is the number 7, and look, your blockage, the number 7D, which is also the number 7. So we're going to read those straight out of the Mickey Ficky book. So let's see what they got to say to you. It says, every human being is born to be a rebel in the sense of filling a space in the world that cannot be duplicated by another. The gift of this card is insight. The shadow of this card is deafness. Deaf, meaning like can't hear. Okay? My gift to you, I am here to invite out the rebel in you. The poet, the lover, the mad scientist, the revolutionary. There is something only you can do, something your life has prepared you for. It is time to take a risk, to shake up a system. You may make waves. That's okay. Whatever you do, stop listening to the status quo. This is not about venting or blaming. This is about being creative and being open to love. You don't have to know where exactly you're headed or why in order to trust your inner voice. As you courageously forge a new pathway, don't be surprised if your timing gets better and breakthrough insights come your way. Dare to be who you are, and you will ignite the creative rebel in others wherever you go. Questions for contemplation. What are you worried about most these days? Do you obsess over your worries or drown them out with busyness, outer noise, or your own talking? Do you feel misunderstood or like a misfit? How might your need to self-protect be deafening you to others? Ooh, come on, spirit, talk. How might your need to self-protect be deafening you to others? What might you do differently if you weren't afraid of being different? Or what might you do differently if you weren't afraid of being hurt, pal number one? Have you ever had a deep insight or epiphany? What was it? Track your worry throughout the day. Watch it shapeshift. Pal one, this is about your mind. You are so powerful. You are so needed. And everything that you have gone through has been for your growth. It has been for your expansion. It has been for your soul ascension. And when you start to see things in that way, and listen, fuck forever. I know everybody is into that. Everybody wants a forever love. But what if there is no forever love? What if it's just the person that comes into your life at that time to be exactly what you need in that moment to enjoy that essence? And then after that, it just is what it is. Okay? That's not to say that to have a forever love is corny. It's not. But I'm saying the way that we desire that in this society just becomes so toxic because we end up cutting off things that can be beautiful experiences just because we can't possess that person for the rest of our days. You know, love is not about possession. It's not about ownership. It's not about you belong to me and I belong to you. It's about growth. It's about understanding. It's about having a person and a place in this world where you feel at home, where you know this motherfucker got my back. Or even if it didn't stay romantic, this is a friend that I have forever. It's just time to open up your third eye, your two eyes, your two ears, your arms, your heart, just everything. It's just time to open up and experience love in all of its forms. Don't be afraid of it, and don't rob us, the rest of the world, of seeing your light and your beauty because you're so busy protecting yourself. And I'm going to close this off with saying one more thing that a good friend told me. You're going to work so hard running away from something that you're going to run your ass right into it. And if he was lying, goddamn, he flying, and that boy on the ground last I checked. So just remember that, pal one. You're going to work so hard running away from something that you're going to run right into it. All right. Thank you, pal one. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that it brought you some type of clarity and some type of guidance. That's the intention that I set. If you have not subscribed to the channel and you like what's going on over here, please do so. Please feel free to share, comment, definitely like the video, and come back. Hit that notification bell so you can know the next time I load. And I want to thank you guys for allowing me to read for you and being patient with me as I sort through this pick a card process and just get better. So much love to you. I will see you guys next time. Bye, pal one. Hey, pal two. So if you chose the amethyst stone, this is your reading, darling. Welcome, welcome, pal two. So let's get right into it. Pal one was quite interesting. Oh, I loved it. A lot of insight. So let's see what we got for you. At the root of it, we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay? In the past with love, you have had The number 36, Viverine, breaking down to the number 9. The number 55, War. It could be a number 10, Endings and New Beginnings, could. And the number 61, breaking down to the number 7, Starvation. Oof, oof, oof. Jesus. Okay. So, pal 2. I feel like you have had a kind of go with the flow energy in love, and it has not served you. From this pile, I feel like you guys are the type of people who have such beautiful hearts, right? And so open. People that in the past you might have been the type of person to feel as though hold on guys. Sorry. Hello? Ooh, Falta, I'm sorry. Alright, so like I said, I'm getting the feeling of people who kind of like go with the flow, and I feel like you have a really good heart, and sometimes you expect, it's not that you expect people to be the same. It's like, I feel like in the past, if somebody would have asked you, you would be the type of person to feel like, oh, you get in what you put out. And I feel like life and situations in love have taught you that, no ma'am, no sir. Sometimes you can give your absolute best to people and they will still give you shit on a stick. And it's like, now I feel like you're taking your time to get to know people more before you just give them the highest, best parts of you. Because I feel like you have sacrificed yourself in the past. You have been blindsided in the past. It's like you think that you got a lover and you sleeping with the enemy. And it's like, it's almost like you're the last person to know in the past. Okay, so let's see your current anxiety, strength, and celebration, which is the 3 of Cups. I feel like you're kind of still in that place of kind of rose-colored glasses. Not rose-colored glasses, but it's like, it's almost like with this pal, you would rather be the one getting hurt than the one doing the hurting. And even though it causes you like a lot of pain and a lot of sorrow, it's like, I don't want to say that you're prone to victim mentality, but it's like you'd rather be the victim than to be the aggressor. Something about being the aggressor is just really uncomfortable for you. And you would just much rather be the one that's getting hurt. You would much rather be the so-called, because I think for you it's like it's the bigger person kind of like vibe. I'd rather be the bigger person, even though it causes me a lot. But I'm going to submerge my more primitive reactions, you know, my more, what they say is lower vibrational reactions of anger or ego or embarrassment, anything like that. I'm going to repress that. Y'all do that, not me. But in that, it's like you sacrifice your own happiness, but it's like a comfort zone. it seems like. Okay. Yeah, very self-sacrificial energy currently in love. So what's coming? The moon. So the moon talks about Cancer energy. But this is stagnancy. But why? It's giving me a feeling of like fakeness. I mean, clearly, because this is not real dogs or a real crab or even a real moon for that matter. Everything looks kind of metal, which can be very, metal can be, metal is a very funny, material to work with because it can be dangerous, but it can also be helpful, like fire. But metal is just, because you never really know what metal. You never really know what metal. You probably do. Somebody's probably like, what are you talking about? You never really know metal, but whatever. So I'm getting. So I feel like what's coming in love is something that's going to be hidden. But I think this is necessary for you because you need to start to take your time more to vet people before you give them yourself. And it's not all right. It's not all right. It's not one of those things where it's like, well, the good will come to me and in the end the good wins. No, it's not that. It's not that. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to allow yourself to be hurt in the worst of ways, and you're consenting. Something new that I'm learning about spirituality, which is consent. When you're seeing red flags and you're seeing someone do certain things and you keep giving them the benefit of the doubt and looking with rose-colored glasses, you cannot blame anybody but yourself once things go awry because they showed you. And so when they showed you and then you kept going, it's like you consented to heartbreak. And I think that's what's coming up here. You're consenting to heartbreak. You're choosing to see the best. And say F the rest. I'm a fucking rapper today. I wanna see what exactly that card says though in the book. Hold on. What is it? The number 17. Oh, excuse me, the number 18. Okay, if you're in a relationship, the moon reveals a crisis of faith. As you examine your deeper feelings about your lover, you may avoid discussing a painful issue because you know that doing so could spell the end of your relationship. Sharpen your instincts and exhume a hurt or grievance rather than feed it with worry. If you are looking for love, if you're single, this is an uncertain time as you privately question your motives. You know that you need to act to find love, but you hope love will gravitate toward you without effort. It's time to take a chance. Whatever your situation, follow your intuition and pay attention to your dreams. So I feel like either way with this, you're going to have an opportunity coming up to follow your intuition or to put on those rose-colored glasses again. Okay, and this time it's going to be significant because I feel like this time you're dealing with someone who can really impact. It's very metal. I feel a lot of metal. Very hard. Could be very cold. Strong though and stable. And that's not to say that this person is a bad person, good person. I don't care about that good, bad stuff. It's all relative. It all just depends on how it affects your life. But you have got to be in a position where you're not wanting to sacrifice yourself. Finding joy in being a supportive role for others, but then starving yourself. No sir, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. Okay. So What's the soul truth? So you got one soul truth card. It says, when was the last time I danced freely? Dance because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart, because fear lives in the head along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a change. You will feel a charge of joy and confidence take over you, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. Today's soul action: dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within and being. Notice the inward fire grow within and the feeling you feel being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with dance today. Yeah, free yourself. See, because, okay, when somebody is like this too, where you're trying to be the better person, always trying to make sure you do the best for everybody, sacrificing yourself, that's somebody that is just constantly in their head. You're constantly wrapped up because you're constantly thinking, because you're constantly trying to do right, be right, higher vibration, make sure you're a good person, karma, man, live, and pay attention to what's going on. Look, oh my God, I cannot believe this. I didn't look at these cards, so crown chakra, instinct. This talks about not looking back, moving forward, trusting yourself, and vanity, throat chakra. This talks about, what does this talk about? I'm going to look this one up. So, okay, so basically it is the throat chakra and the crown chakra. If you work on those, they can help you. Hold on. Where's my book? Here we go. All right. So, vanity. We all say we will stop when we have enough, but there's never enough. You may be looking outside of yourself for validation. Yeah, okay. This is about trusting yourself. You be knowing what's going on with people, and you be putting on those rose colored glasses. You be knowing what's going on. You be knowing that this is not right. This is not serving me. This don't feel good to me. Oh, but I'm gonna keep going. Either through some Christ consciousness or just, I don't know. It's just this issue of not trusting yourself and self-sacrificing for others. And so working on your crown chakra, which is how you get messages, how you get guidance and intuition. And then this is your throat chakra. So this is also about speaking your truth. Once you know it, speak it and stick to it. Stop letting people, turn you around. And I don't even think it's so much people. It's that you want people to be something in particular. You want situations to become something in particular. And you think that if you sacrifice yourself, if you put yourself out there, you can make it like that. You can love somebody into being a certain way, and you can't. And what you're actually doing is trapping yourself. Another thing with this strength card on the war is that you block yourself off from your more primitive ways of being, and sometimes your primitive ways are necessary. Sometimes those instinctual, wild ways of being is necessary. You don't always have to be love and light and trying to be the best, biggest person on the highest vibration in every situation. That's just not life. Okay. So, I respect the property of others. So with this, I want to ask you, is that being mirrored though? Are people respecting you as much as you're respecting them? Are people considering your feelings as much as you're considering theirs? Are people holding up their part of the bargain as much as you're holding up yours? Or their part of the agreement as much as you're holding up yours? Okay. You have 2 for your blockages, you have the number 46, Bifrons, New Chapter. And empathy, number 71, Dandelion. Again, you hold yourself back because, again, you want to be that the bigger person. You're so empathetic. You don't want to leave this person because you know they're not a bad person. It's just their childhood traumas. It's just this. It's just that. And you think you're going to love somebody into being a certain way and you're not. I sound like a broken record. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but you're not. And you're blocking your own abundance. The thing that is so beautiful about you, you're using it in excess and it's becoming toxic to you. It's helpful for everybody else because they get to run around like chickens with their head cut off and have somebody in their life who's constantly wanting the best for them and thinking the best for them. But for you, it's blocking you. Okay. Wow. Wow. So take a effing trip. Go see some ish, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. Get a new perspective. You are blinded by emotion, by empathy, by consideration, by regarding so much respect for others that you're not seeing where that's not being reciprocated. Okay? This is epiphany moment. Figure that shit out on your own. Stop letting people, okay, so when I say take an effing trip, go see some people cooler than you and all this, I'm talking about people with a higher perspective, right? Somebody that's not in your situation, not blinded by love, not blinded by trying to be the bigger person. Get somebody that's ruthless and just be like, yo, let's just vibe a little bit. Or even this could be a mental trip where you are meditating, where you're getting in touch with your spirit guides even. This can be going to a new place, just changing scenery so that you can change perspectives a little bit about what you're dealing with. With this one, this is epiphany moment. Figure that ish out on your own. And what I feel like this means is see, it's blue like the throat chakra. Once you know what you know, when somebody show you who they are, don't allow them to open up their mouth and tell you that there's something different. You've seen it. When they weren't aware that you were observing and they thought that you was just going with the flow like you usually do, you seen it. And now that they know that you seen something and you on guard, they want to tell you something different than what you seen. You don't need that. You seen what you seen. And oh shit. Believe what you see. Face reality or live in la la land. Choose bravery. Nothing else to be said for that. Alright. We're going to pick a oracle card from the Wisdom Keepers Oracle deck for pile 2. Pile 2. Oracle deck. What do we have? Expansion. The number 53. This is like the sun card. Expansion. The number 53 is breaking down to the number 8. And what does this say? It says, true growth expands beyond its comfort zone. It is continually transcending its last level. The gift of this card is expansion. The shadow of it is immaturity. My gift to you. I bring the gift of expansion. There's something in your life that you've outgrown. It's time to move beyond your comfort zone. If you've been holding tightly to an opinion, identity, vision, or worldview, it's time to let go. If you've been trying to reject a part of your past or your life, assuming it has no gift for you, it is time to embrace it. Surrender your intellect and watch everything become more simple and efficient. The mind has trouble understanding how everything is always passing away and beginning again. But the truth is that synthesis is happening all of the time. You are forever becoming whole. In the end, all that matters is expansion through the heart. Questions for contemplation. Do you sometimes feel overcome with sadness? Are you walling yourself up from the world in new experiences? Do you often begin things and never complete them? Have you outgrown a part of your life? Are you afraid to let go? Are you growing too fast at the expense of your life balance? If you weren't afraid to expand, what might you expand into? Okay, so also, how to is about getting to know yourself as well, and how to feed into yourself, and about reciprocity, and that in itself is going to expand your heart, expand because it's going to expand your experiences and expand your worldview, your perspective, which is something that you need. It seems like because it's a lot of rose colored glasses type of energy going on here, and not even so. If it's not rose colored glasses, it's almost like you be knowing, but you feel something about like self-sacrificial behavior you think is going to be rewarded later, and it's only going to deprive you, and diminish you in your sense of self. All right. So thank you, pile number 2. If this reading resonated with you, please do like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not as of yet, and you like what we have going on over here, and hit that notification bell so you can know the next time I upload. Thank you again for watching. Bye. Okay, last but not least, pile number 3. Pile number 3. This is my favorite pile, of course, because this is the rock for my babies. It's a magical rock. Trust and believe that. So, float. Float is at the root. It says, extend your light-hearted energy to others. Float. I like this. Flirt. In the past, you have power, the number 46. Growth, the number 42. China, Japan, the number 26. And alien, the number 31. So let's see. Okay. So, pile 3, I feel like you have come into like a newness about yourself. I feel like your previous relationships have it's assisted you with a lot of growth, but it also is like it's transformative. You're going through some transformative things in your previous relationships in accordance to like the power dynamic, self-empowerment, some growing pains for sure. Might be with someone who is that is kind of like the yin to your yang. So it's like you guys are similar but different. If that makes sense. And the coming together of the two of you has created kind of like not an alternate reality, but it's birthed something. It's not even a birth something. It's exposed something in you for sure that is alien to your roots, right? To your foundations, to who you were before you met this person. It's very different. This is also the first pile that I talk about or have been pulled to talk about a particular person. And not just the group that I'm reading for, like just the energy of that. This is definitely having to do with another person. And there was definitely some power dynamics between the two of you and some growing pains, and some great evolving, but it did come with some pain. And this is light-hearted energy, but I feel like in the past it was actually very heavy, because it's a power struggle dynamic, an empowerment dynamic, a darkness, and not really understanding where the situation is going, and then being confused, because it's like, damn, there's so many things that we have in common, but so many things that are different, and those differences may seem to alienate us from each other a little bit, or a lot of it, maybe a little bit. Okay, currently, Judgment, Ace of, I want to say that this is the Ace of Wands. I think the Roses is Wands. I'm going to look that up, but I think this is the Ace of Wands and the Hermit. Let me see. Is this the Ace of Wands or is this the Ace of Cups? Let me see. Yeah. It's the Ace of Wands. So you got the power dynamic here. Let me see. You know what I'm hearing? Wow, why would that song come to mind? Maya Cisco. It's all about me. Forget about you. I'm gonna get it up. How that song go? Get it up. It's all about me. Did she say it's all about me? Forget about you. So what you gonna do? Are you gonna get it up? Okay, so I feel like you may still be in touch with this person that we're talking about in the past. If not, it's another person. Doesn't matter, because this person in the past really helped to grow you. But I think that we're still talking about this person. And you might be in the energy now where you're like, it's no more power struggle. Like, you've learned. There's a tremendous amount of growth through this situation. You've learned. Like, there's no power struggle here. I'm in control of me and you're in control of you. I don't give a damn who you think you're in control of. I know what's up, and I'm not about to, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's no heavy energy. It's really light, and it's really all about you right now, Power 3. It's all about me. Forget about you. What the hell is this? The Tower card is coming. Ooh. So something unexpected is coming in love. Here you are in this light-hearted energy. You're focused on yourself, but not like in a high priestess way where you're like nunning it out. Still very sexy, very hot, very flirtatious, probably even, but just more not even thinking about what's good for you, just living and having that higher perspective. I want to see what the Tower card says on here. Let me do an intuitive first. So definitely something unexpected with the Tower card. Maybe this dynamic falls away, or the perception of this dynamic falls away. Maybe it has in fact reached its full potential and did what it was supposed to do, because the growth was definitely made. The yin and yang properties are here, and then kind of evolving to something unknown and new and stable with that 31-4, breaking out to the number 4, excuse me. So the Tower card is the number 16. Let's see. It says, in a relationship, a long-term partnership comes under attack and may fall, but there's little you can do but surrender. When the shock abates, you may even find a sense of release and liberation, perceiving a divine logic at work. If you are looking for love, your personal values come under attack as you realize your life is no longer sustainable. This is a blow to your ego. However, you will learn from the experience and find a way to approach love without defensiveness. Whatever your situation, the tower brings disaster that may revolutionize your experience of love. So it's all about me. It's probably not a good place to be in a relationship. So perhaps, this situation here may be coming to an end. Like I said, perhaps it's reached its potential. And if you are single, it just might be the realization of what? Shit, that right now it's all about you. I think that this is it's all about me. But something about that just feels like it may be also like your old way of doing things are falling away in regards to love, like your old way, like that power struggle dynamic. Perhaps that's also falling away. But let me see. Maybe like seeing the things in yourself, like since it's all about you right now, so maybe that's also too, like seeing the things about yourself, and maybe it's an ego hit about why your love life is in the position that it's in. It's all about me. Yeah, maybe there's some selfishness going on in this power with the power struggle here. Maybe this situation helped you to see it. Maybe even help you to see how you alienate yourself from others by being so self-absorbed, or somebody around you, whoever it is, no shade. So it's a realization though coming. It's a realization about a relationship or about yourself and how you carry on relationship. Okay. Soul truth. Where can I create more space? Instead of filling yourself up with busy work and things to do, create more sacred space in your schedule, in your home, your mind, your lungs, and in your heart. Take time to just be. Do a clutter detox of your schedule, home, and innermost self. Make space and clarity will come. What boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? To create more healthy boundaries, we must first get in tune with our own needs, desires, and feelings and believe we are worthy of them. In your relationships, it's essential to know where they end and where you begin. When we separate our energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you are an empath, you can still be compassionate toward others without taking on their stuff. It is safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. Today's mantra: I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I am worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what's best for me. Am I on the right path? Sometimes we second guess what we are doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this: you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you are currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. Today, search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. And lastly, who can I serve today? In a world lacking soul-to-soul connections, small and simple acts are what create the biggest and most lasting impact. We shift our own pain and experience an avalanche of love when we lose ourselves in the service of others. Who needs you today? Listen to your heart. Who needs you? Make one soulful connection today and give soul lead to spread more love, expecting nothing in return. Notice the joy that you feel when you serve others. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This an ego hit. The people watching this, you or somebody, it's an ego hit. And definitely might be the end of a situation that had some type of power struggle associated to it. For some of you, who can I serve today fell on top of the Hermit card. So for some of you, it's yourself. And you can serve yourself with the confidence of knowing that you're doing the right thing, that you're on the right path, doing things and creating boundaries that make you feel safe, respected, and regarded. Where can you make more space in your perspective as well? And letting in more passion, perhaps. Maybe it's a very logical group, because this power dynamic keeps sticking out. Okay. So, the chakras to work on: creation, crown chakra, destiny. Ooh, look. And this the only one that was talking about another person. Self-worth. Sacral chakra. I want to see what creation says. Your path is an artistic one. Express your love in a tangible art form. It's time to make decisions. Letting go of old ideas and allowing new growth are primary now. The mission you have been on may be complete. A new dawn is coming, and it is time to open yourself to divine inspiration. The message here is let go. You no longer need to be the warrior, right? With the power struggles. And I'm telling you, this union that you just had, or that you're still in, even, it's so significant. Let's see what the destiny card says. It says, black is the shade that demands to be taken seriously as it absorbs all the colors. Black emits the warm, powerful energy of the protector. Unlike black, white is isolated. Together they balance and create. You will be guided by your angels to what is best for you and all concerned. Together we are stronger than alone. Take a risk. Dare to have your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? What tools do I need to form my own destiny? Am I ready for my destiny? I think this situation here in self-worth, with where can I create more space and judgment. So this might be a situation that, okay, so I'm getting a whole storyline here. This might be a situation with someone that you met before who really challenged you, challenged your growth. Might have been a lot of painful lessons, right? With that that thing, that snail, caterpillar, whatever, and the butterfly. That's a really painful process. Somebody that you were a lot alike, but then a lot different too, and it has evolved you. And it changes the way you look at relationship dynamic. The thing is that this relationship might not be seen like that from people on the outside. And so it's necessary for you to have confidence in yourself and know what's for you. Sacral chakra. Where can I create more space? Right? This is about sacred, about holding space for the sacredness of whatever it is that your heart desires, right? If it's this person, if it's not, it doesn't matter. And once you kind of release the judgment of this person, because again, there's probably a lot of judgment because of the power struggle, probably very heavy energy, which is why they're telling you to be lighter now. I feel like this is really my pile of divine union. Why is creation on top of the tower card? What was creation again? I'll be forgetting. I will guide you to your muse. Your path is an artistic one. Express your love in a tangible art form. It's time to make decisions. Am I waiting for someone's permission to create my life? What do I need to see in order to claim my own gifts? Being open to magic, lasting transformation, divine feminine, awakening, creativity, finding your muse, owning your gifts. Yeah. It's a confusing energy for me because you work on your crown chakra so you can get clarity on what to do next. It's not all about me, 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 me. It's not forget about you, 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 you. It's just tricky. I hope y'all. Oh, I offer words of good intent. Okay. Speak life into your situation. Speak life into yourself. Life into your partner if you have one. Life into whoever this. Because this is a union. This is the divine counterpart. Even if they piss you off, it just is. So, what is blocking you? Love. The number 51. Love is blocking you. What is your block? Your block is love. With the number 51 breaking down to the number 6. Oh, maybe this is like, I'm getting this like your definition of what love is. I mean, like, some people might see it as possessiveness. I own this person. This is my person. This is my. Instead of seeing it as liberating and freeing, that can be a block. So maybe that's why you don't want to enter into love relationships so deeply, and you're rather the me, because you don't want to be owned. You don't want to be controlled. You don't want to be bogged down. It could be that. It could be that the definition of love is someone giving to you, and then it becomes a struggle of reciprocity in some way, or you giving to somebody, and then it becoming a struggle of reciprocity. I'm just really getting the feel of power dynamic with this, right? So the block is the definition of love, how you relate to that, and what that means for you, and kind of redefining that so you can experience it in its wholeness and fully. Okay. Hard truth from your rebel deck. Effing apologize. Seriously, just do it. Might have gotten out of pocket. It says you look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact. Clean yourself up. Okay. And it says stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just effing stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. Yeah, I think this is definitely the power, like power struggling with relationships and love, possessiveness, power struggling. There's a great growth that's been achieved here, but it has to be implemented, and it has to be like a lasting transformation, because everything that's not in alignment with that is about to fall anyway. Whether that be like you're like pushing past boundaries that you shouldn't, or you're being possessive, or they are. It doesn't matter. I want to say that this is you. No shade. All right. So let's close this off with a card from the Wisdom Keepers Oracle deck. That was quick. Inquiry, the number 63. Breaking down to the number 9. Inquiry. That's your boy there. Okay. Where's my book? The human logical mind is simply not designed to be certain of anything other than paradox. The gift of this card is inquiry. The shadow is doubt. My gift to you: I come to celebrate your love of inquiry, but also to remind you that your inquisitive mind and gift for doubting are best used in service of the world, not in service of beating yourself up. See if you can remain genuinely curious about life without insisting on finding answers. Power. Stay open to learning as your understanding of life becomes increasingly complex and paradoxical. Be curious about your own suffering, for it will open your compassionate heart. One day your brilliant mind will lead you back to yourself, and how could it not? You are forever intertwined with everything you've ever learned. Questions for contemplation. Are you plagued with self-doubt? Do your self-doubts make you anxious or keep you awake at night? Do you tend to feel suspicious of the people in your life, of their motives and agendas? Do your suspicions tend to cause others to be defensive around you? How could your gift of inquiry be used as a service in the world? Where has it already come in handy? What does truth mean to you? How has your relationship to truth changed over the years? Try doubting your self-doubt for a day. Try doubting your self-doubt for a day. Notice what happens and journal your thoughts. Yeah, this is about power, man. And it is concerning another person. Maybe this is your false thoughts coming into place because maybe this is something that you created with your mindset. I'm not exactly sure. But I do know that there's like a crazy power dynamic here. There's a need to open up. You don't know everything. You can't be in control of everything. You can't. You need more of a lighthearted energy towards this. Don't judge. Don't worry about other people's judgment. Speak positively. Like this is a mindset thing. It's a power struggle thing. It's a definition of love thing. And yeah, that's what this is. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you have not as of yet so that you know the next time we upload. And yeah, that's it, Pal 3. Thank you for watching. See you next time.